Welcome to Hub City TV, a USM student news magazine production. We're your source to what's happening around the Pine Belt. I'm your host, Mallory Pullen. This week, we investigate the rising crime rate in Hattiesburg and on the campus of USM. We take you to a local pub where one organization played matchmaker for a worthy cause. And later, we remember one of our own. But first, if you're noticing a change in your bank fees, you're not alone. The new Durbin Amendment has consumers thinking twice about using their debit card. If you're noticing a change in your bank fees, you are not alone. Banks, as well as everyone else, is feeling the pressure of the new Durbin Amendment.
The ideas behind the amendment was that if we forced the fees to be lowered by law, then merchants would be able to charge less for the things they sell to consumers.
Dr. Gary Kelly is a finance professor at the University of Southern Mississippi.
The notion behind it may include that the government thought consumers are paying too much for these transactions.
On October 1st, the Durbin Amendment put a 21-cent cap on all interchange fees, which is almost half of what banks were collecting from transactions.
The fact that you're taking money away from banks that they've become accustomed to having, they would like to replace it.
Some banks are enforcing new monthly fees on personal checking accounts, and one Regions customer is speaking out.
They sent me an email and a letter that they were changing my monthly fee.
Patricia Fowler has been a Regions customer for more than 15 years.
Now I'm having to pay a $10 a month fee plus $4 for using my debit card.
According to Regions.com, the way to avoid a monthly fee is to have at least one payroll or government direct deposit of at least $500 or a $1,500 average monthly statement balance.
Banks don't want to give up the income. So that means that consumers are going to foot that bill in a variety of ways.
I'm actually going to switch banks because I'm not paying $14 a month to use my money.
From the government reducing interchange fees to banks making up for lost revenue. Before you swipe your card, figure out just how much it's costing you. For Hub City TV, I'm Mallory Pullen. As the nation's economy declines, Hattiesburg's crime rates continue to rise. Reporter Lauren Matthews brings us the story.
Some years it goes up and some years it goes back down. The last couple of years it has been down. This year it has started going back up again.
That's Lieutenant Pruitt's description of Hattiesburg's crime rate.
We are taking steps to try to bring it back down, and we have made key arrests in all the felony cases that have gone on in the city of Hattiesburg, but unfortunately there's always other people willing to go out there to try to make an easy buck.
Police warn the combination of a poor economy and upcoming holiday season could drive some to partake in illegal activity.
Which is unfortunate, but considering the economic circumstances, that's not unexpected.
Residents wonder if 2012 will be any better. Hattiesburg resident Jeremy Goodman thought living in a college and retirement town would be safe.
You wouldn't think that there was so much crime, but we do have like a bad economy with all the lost jobs, so maybe people don't have anything to do with their lives.
To stay safe, Lieutenant Pruitt says keep your eyes open.
The way to protect yourself is first off, be aware of your surroundings. I mean, especially coming into the holiday season, people go out to the shopping malls and all that. Often you'll see people carrying a bunch of baggages and packages. They're not paying attention to what's going on around them. That should be first and foremost.
Goodman, however, takes a slightly different approach.
I actually have pepper spray on my key ring. I also travel in groups with my friends. I don't just go out.
You will see them coming in advance, and that will often deter them from doing anything else.
Reporting for Hub City TV, I'm Laura Matthews.
Crime is also on the rise at USM, and campus police seek your help in stopping it. Reporter Brittany Payne has the story.
With almost 40 reported offenses since the semester began, the University of Southern Mississippi averages an illegal crime every 2 days. Lee Johnson, a former employee of the Payne Center, says the workout building is one of the most popular places for campus thieves to strike.
Got cell phones, stolen wallets. They got lockers at the bottom, but those things have been pointed out numerous times. It's definitely a bad place to be leaving your stuff around.
Petty larceny, mainly bicycle theft, is the #1 crime on campus. Keeping her bike safe 3 years straight, resident assistant Jennifer Sansine has bike protection down to the sides. According to Sansine, it's all in the lock.
I did a lot of research on my lock before I got it to make sure nobody can cut it or break it, get my code. The wiring is not too thin, it's made out of Kevlar, and the numbers, there's a million different codes that your numbers could be. this bike right here, this wire, this is really easy to cut through because it's a lot smaller and it's also a key lock so you can pull it through. Mine is a lot thicker.
If bikes are not secured, thieves will even take wheels and bike seats. USM Police Chief Bob Hopkins declined an on-camera interview, but says most on-campus thefts are crimes of opportunity. Hopkins urges students to keep their doors locked, windows rolled, and bikes chained. Reporting for Hub City TV, Brittany Payne.
Rising food costs negatively impacts donations. Hub City TV reporter Keandria George visits a local food pantry where demand is high, but supply is low.
With low donations, charities like Everett Street Pantry have turned needy people away.
We've had to shut down on taking new applications for a couple months.
The reason why? Low donations.
The amount of the food that we're supplying is approximately 50% of what we had before.
To help supplement the low donations, pantry members paid $2,500 out of their own pocket, something they can't continue to do. Workers realize citizens face tough budgets, but they are in dire straits.
Well, any donation, would help, but it's a little difficult right now because the food prices are going up in the store.
Donations at another well-known charity, the United Way, have also decreased across the state.
Well, our United Way is affiliated with 22 partner organizations, and during the recession, all of them have struggled. Donations have fallen off to pretty much all of them.
Low donations have forced charities to reassess how they spend their resources.
What it's really forced us to do is to be better stewards of those dollars that we do have.
Donations come in many forms, not just dollars. Kibido encourages citizens to donate their time as well.
There are ways to do it with money, and there are ways to do it with your time.
Reporting for Hub City TV, I'm Keandria George.
Is sisterhood skin deep in USM's sorority system? We'll tell you after the break.